All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pyanodons. Last time, a couple days ago, we got rocks going in the full breeding facility. They're not hooked up to be rendered yet. We still have two more of these to populate. We could actually put a fifth one on top with one breeding facility, and then with the number of these that I built, I almost exactly built double. So we could run up to 10, which is definitely overkill for now, at least. Short term, just want to get, Pi Science 1 going. So I don't want to spend too much time overbuilding on rocks. What we do have, though, is our formic acid output from this. And we're going to use that now in this episode to start working on latex. Now, our glass production, and thus probably our production of glassware for Pi Science 1, is over here. So we probably want glassware to be down here too somewhere. That also, is nearish to the labs. Ish. So that would be, I don't know if it's the easiest thing, and I do want to keep slowly but surely, ripping up the mess that's over here. But I think for now, getting Pi Science 1 going, being assembled up here somewhere is potentially reasonable. And then we'll feed it into these labs, and then we can start working on a new mall with some of the techs that we're going to have post Pi Science 1. We're going to get steel furnaces, which are going to be great. That'll make cleaning up our smelting columns significantly easier. We're going to get the better crusher, which is going to let us do, I think, copper processing should be around somewhere here. Better coal, crushed coal processing. Lots of stuff coming here, and of course, just coke processing. What does this let me do? This lets me do raw coal right to coke. Yeah, see, this is a great recipe. But yeah, once we start getting this stuff, we can think about what does a new mall actually look like, and how do we want to floor tile? How do we want to start to set up a mall? It might be nice to get all the way to automation 2 first, so we have electric assembly machines, but those are expensive to build. So we'll see. We'll see how far we get. Certainly we'll have mining upgrades going on here. We'll have warehousing available. So there's upgrade paths for sure, and we will want to start to take advantage of those and get ourselves into a place where some of our infrastructure is a little more compact, and then we can figure out where a mall goes. But first, we got to do this. So if I want to build glassware over here so that we can do final assembly here, and I think that makes sense with the basic substrate needs, incubated petri dishes, moss, and cellulose. And these, of course, require just petri dishes. I've already got petri dish manufacturing going on up here. So we can do basic substrate maybe up here, feed that down here, and get the glassware here, fed over here. So that means that we want to do latex processing. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't really matter where exactly. It's nice to have things spread out. We could do it down here-ish, just sort of on the way from this facility out. But we actually don't need that many buildings, so maybe it makes sense to do it just like right up here, right? Because if we're rendering... If we grow this, the line of paddocks grows up here, the line of slaughterhouses grows over here, so we'll kind of have this corner that we can work in. And I think maybe that's where we should be doing our latex. Plus, we already have water here. We're going to need to bring in coal anyway to fuel this caging machine for us. So I think with that in place, yeah, let's do that. So looking at my YAFC here, which I should actually make sure I've got set up right. It is not set up right. Select window. All right. You should be able to see YAFC now. So we've got from caged rocks, we render them. We use the formic acid to make latex slabs. Those have a whole bunch of other inputs. This is sort of all the other inputs right here to get to the creamy latex. And then the other thing that we need, sorry, the creamy latex and then the sodium alginate. And then the other thing we need is to turn the latex slab into latex, which takes steam, and then into the rubber stoppers, which just takes a little bit of coal. So all of our stuff that is fueled here, I am going to just fuel with coal. We'll take a coal belt from our coke processing down below. And then we should be able to get through this recipe. So I guess we're going to start from the left. We're going to need limestone and seaweed. Both of those run just off of water. We've got water pipes already. So we need 2 seaweed crop facilities and a soil extractor with limestone, seaweed, and we'll need to bring stone up here. Do I have a good recipe to make stone? Not really. All right, we'll have to drag stone up. I avoided dragging stone up specifically. I was like, I'm not going to use the stone version of this recipe for moss. We'll use the one that doesn't need stone. It'll be easier. Well, I still may not even plug the stone in. This is plenty of moss for what we're doing. But let's start at the left. Let's head way left. And I guess we have all of this space here. I may not have the resources that I need to actually... I can do that at least. Can I do the seaweed? I don't even know what a seaweed crop facility looks like. No, I need tin plates and a bunch of limestone. Okay. Well, we can at least split off here. And set up this thing, which will be doing limestone anyway. All right. So this is going to start making limestone. We'll be able to get to the seaweed crop facility from that eventually. What else do I need? Tin and steam engine. Okay, I can make a steam engine at least. The other stuff that I'm going to need for this is I'm going to need a DDC, which I think I have, a washer, a two high-pressure furnaces, an assembler, and 2 boilers. All right, let's see what we've got here. Assembler I've got. 2 boilers. High pressure furnace, 1, 2. Washer. Okay. So I think all I need are the 2 algae facilities then. And the modules for them. So let's see where I parked down here. Now, I need a lot of tin, unfortunately, for 2 seaweed facilities. What's that going to cost me? 100 tin. I doubt very much that I have anything like that much tin currently stashed anywhere. So, what we will do up here at tin... Ooh, this is old school. Is just turn off that. There we go. This should be able to... Oh, there's pipes there. That's why. Okay. I was like, why can't I put the ghost where it should be? This will fill up. I need 110. Where's the car? I'm gonna need, I guess, one more boiler too. Oh, these use 6 of them. Okay. So 6 each, that's 12. We need more bricks. We need limestone, which is being processed, and we need tin plate, which is being processed. Okay. Other thing I guess we're going to need is a glassworks, which I can make. This is the wrong way to go. How do I get out of here? Go around this way. Through here. Maybe, kind of, sort of. There's really no good ways through, are there? Up there. That's where I want to go. All right. This way. Through here. Over this. Down here. Whoops. And then here, we need to expand our glass production just a little bit. Let's see, we've got 2 of these. These can use what? 6/5 of an ore per second. So we're using up to 12/5 of an ore per second. We'll call that 3. So these will make up to 4. Okay. We could actually add... Oh, no, we have 3 of these. Okay, so that's 18/5. So, yeah. That's fine. And then I think we just need to bring the glass down to this side, because I'm kind of... Well, I got space here, actually. I can stick another one on the end. Although, no, because there's water there. There. I hate it. Let's see. You're gonna make glassware. We're just going to accept that this is horrible. I'm gonna need stoppers, which is fine. And then your outputs are gonna go right like that. And then you are going to spit out glassware. Oh no, down to here. High Science 1 is made in a research center. For which I need stone, steel, and heaps of iron. All right. I should also grab what I need for these. Well, what I can grab. Other things that I need will include power poles. I need more belts. Always need more belts. Okay. Yeah, undergrounds too. Why not? All right, down here we have our stone bricks, which I'm going to need some. That ash is becoming a problem. Okay. That's not ideal. Deal with it another time, though. I also need steel and iron plates. Where's my junk chest? Got a junk chest up here, right? What do I have in here that I don't need right now? There we go. So down here, steel. Down here, I should have lots of iron plates available to me. I do. Okay. So I should be able to make the research center. Yup. And I should have everything I need except the limestone and the tin plate for the seaweed facilities. Also, yep. Let's head up here. Am I doing direct insertion with my seaweed, or is it on a belt? It's on a belt. Awesome. How many modules does one of these use? 8 or 10? 10. Okay. So I have 2, so I'm going to need 20 seaweed. That's fine. Let's see. I think that's pretty much everything. Where did I park? Over here. So let's swing back up by tin and see if we've got enough of that backed up yet. Probably not, but at least it will have started. Ow. And then if we do have enough tin, then we're pretty much ready to get stoppers, rubber stoppers built, which is one of our remaining core components here. Let's see how much tin we've managed to get. 40, 60 out of the 100 that we need. All right, that's fine. I'll swing back up here later, grab more tin. For the most part, we've got everything else we need. So I'm not too worried about if we start kind of under spec'd. We're still waiting for our rocks to fully populate anyway, so... Oop, what'd I hit? Right through a power pole. All right. Speaking of waiting for rocks to populate... Ooh, we're actually really close. And actually, with 6 modules, I can turn this one on too. Won't quite be at full capacity, but that's okay. It's close. And then I should be able to just add in our missing belt segments and watch as all of these turn on. Cool. I may need to put more empty barrels into the loop on this. I'll keep an eye on it. That's the one that I'm worried about, like, if this is going to have enough barrels looping through to keep it filled, if they're all backed up on the belts up here. All right, so I should have... Yep. Make one of these. And I need a little more tin to make the next one. That's okay. Make an algae. All right, modules in. All right, so we've got algae and we've got limestone. We also just need, well, we straight up need stone. Okay. And that will feed into a high pressure furnace to make the sodium alginate. All right. My nearest stone is nowhere. I have 2 options. I can take this stone and I can fork it off and prioritize running this from it and let concrete keep happening as a byproduct of that. Or I can take this stone, which is being actively mined, and at this point we are I mean, basically voiding the, basically voiding the kerogen that comes from stone mining. We keep enough of it, you know, the fuel sources are in tanks, right? So that when stone isn't being used, we still have fuel. But we're not really buffering the kerogen super actively. Anyway, that is the other option, is we pull from this stone. We know this stone will always run. And that comes in down here. Wouldn't be too hard to route right up here. My inclination is to go with this one. I think this will be more robust instead of trying to hope that iron demand is in sync, and I don't know if our iron byproduct even makes enough stone. How much stone do we even need? 0.3 stone a second. And our iron produces... 3 stone a second. Okay, so it's only like a tenth of that. Maybe that is viable then. Maybe that's better. But if we're not pulling from this stone, then what's eventually going to happen is that we'll run out of kerogen. At which point we will run out of fuel for our glass. And that's also bad. So I think getting as much demand off of this stone belt as can be satisfied by it, just to make sure that the fuel sources we're generating here. I mean, we do also get some light oil from coke processing over on this side. I don't know. No good options. Let's pull these in. Okay. What I will do, though, is get outputs from these. And how much limestone do we need? It's 1/4 per second. That's not bad at all. Okay. This feeds in there, like so. And then these go into one of our first high-pressure furnaces. Which is going to make the sodium alginate. We have a water input on this as well. That can come in from the top. Throw some extra inserters on. Why not? Water. Let's go all the way over. Of course not. That would be too easy. Okay. A little bit messy, but whatever. Okay, so now we just need to get stone up to this. Once we have that, we need to combine it with creamy latex. Creamy latex comes from sap. And we need, 3 sap extractors. I forgot to put those on my shopping list. Can I make those right now? I cannot. I need soil. All right. I'll have to come back for that. Is there a place on this side of the map that I can get soil? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, it should be down here, right? Because I'm making mud. Actually, it should be up here because I'm making mud, right? Yeah. All I need for those is soil. Oh, and air core inductors that I'm apparently out of, which is bad. 1. 2. And we're going to need 1 more. Alright, so to make the creamy latex, we need our limestone along with the sap in a washer. Okay. So we're going to fork this here. Don't want to get in the way of this row. This is my, if I need to expand this production, things need to go here position. So in that case, I think what I want to do is fork this way at the top. There we go. Because we're only using a third of this high pressure furnace, I'm not too concerned about needing to scale to like more than triple of our capacity right now. So I'm not going to worry about it. So here's where we're gonna make creamy latex. So we need a washer. Which actually, what I want to do is that when I put this washer down, I can just hook onto the same water there. And then we're going to need sap as an input coming in here. And power. Let's see if we can grab that last sap doodle-doo. I don't know if I have sap trees in my inventory at the moment. I don't. Okay. I will have to grab more sap trees then when we go back to base. Okay. So how much of that? We will need to increase the number of these. If we want to scale up, we'll go from like 1 to 2 or 3 of them. So sap production for this is, I guess, down here. There's nothing down here. So let's take these. 1, 2, 3. None of them have modules yet. That's okay. I will get them. And for now, this just comes right in here. And we get our creamy latex output. Done and done. Okay. So we've got creamy latex and sodium alkanate, and now that needs to go into a destructive distillation column with the formic acid to make our latex slabs. Those then need to be steamed to make latex itself, and then that is all combined with coal to make rubber stoppers. So let's go ahead and get this output here. Up here. That's fine. I might need to reroute pipes if I decide to grow this production, but that's okay. So, I thought I had a destructive distillation column. Do I not? Shoot. Swore I had one. It must have been used as an ingredient for something. Okay. So I gotta go back to base for a couple of things now. I need trees, and I need a destructive distillation column. But I think I can still set it here. Yeah. We can blueprint. Oh, but I don't know what the inputs are if I can't set the recipe. Okay. Yep. Back to base for trees and for whatever I need for a DDC. Inductors. We should be able to grab the last tin that we need on the way by, though. And then reconnect tin to our bus. Because I disconnected circuit production from tin so that I could steal it for this build. Let's see. One more. Oh, nope. I also need inductors for you. Okay. But we can do this now. What did I manage to go completely in the wrong direction? There we go. I would love to blame the tank controls, but it's me. All right, back at the top of base for some reason. Ow. Okay, so we need trees. Trees are down here. Or sap trees, specifically. Or thought sap trees were down here. Yeah. Oh, did I turn off alt mode? No wonder I'm so confused about everything. Okay. How many of these do we need? 4. No. 6. Okay. Sap trees. The other thing we need is inductors, which are down here. Okay. We can build another one of these, and we should be able to build the... No, we still need copper plates. Okay. Destructive distillation column. Okay. I think that's everything we need there now. I'm sure that's wrong. I'm sure we will be back here. But... okay, I am not going to try to navigate through this mess. I'm just going to pick up the car, put it back down. Now, if we're lucky, we can get some things going. Sap tree, sap tree, sap tree. Power. Seaweed. All right. Oh, I still need to bring stone in. Yep. So here we have creamy latex and sodium alginate. These are going to come up. I need to figure out my output for sodium alginate. Okay, we're making very little of it per second, so that's fine. It'll just be right here. All right, let's get this run all the way up. Now, if I take a destructive distillation column, put it like right here. You're making latex slabs. So you're going to bring in... How do I want to do this? Actually, I want to put two of these next to each other just so I can kind of plan out how they would grow. So if we have the liquid or the creamy latex coming in like here, and then we have our output here, comes right up here. Okay. Speaking of, we should... Oh yeah, we have plenty now. Let's stop storing them. Switch over to rendering. Let's put the last 4 in there. Caged frogs coming on out. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Now what we need to do here is also bring in these latex slabs. Which is going to be fun, but manageable. All right. Not my worst spaghetti yet. Believe it or not. And then we'll have an output like, I don't know, here. Okay. So this now just needs sodium alginate. Let's upgrade these chests just because I don't want to think about them later. Yeah. Okay. So all that is left now is to get the sodium alginate going. And that just needs a stone input here. You are 1 stone a second. So that's, in theory, 2 inserters. All right. let's head down to where we have stone and figure out the best way to start routing it up here. I suspect it's going to be along the CO2 pipes, but I'm not totally sure. All right, so stone comes in to our moss right here. So we should be able to just do like this kind of deal. Just start pulling it left. How thick is the woods here? Not too bad. Where do I need to get it to? Like there? Oof. Yeah, that's a pole. That's a belt. Can I just go up and over this instead of through it? Yes. Yes, I can. Let's do that. And yeah, it's pretty much just a straight shot up from here. Okay. Slightly faster if I stand on the belt. Whoops, there we go. Okay. The other thing that I will then need to bring in is coal. We need fuel for our caging machine, wherever that is, up here. We also will need coal for the last step of turning our algae output here, which of course I put these in the wrong place. Turning our latex. What are you making? You're making latex slabs. Those need to be steamed to make latex, and then that latex needs to be turned into rubber stoppers. Yeah. So that's all more processes. Steaming to make latex. Let's see. It's going to happen right over here. Let's see. Drop you. This one will need to grow if we want it to scale. One of these can only do so much. Let's actually push you up one more. Two. Latex. We're going to have steam input there. We're going to have belts feeding in like so. I think to start with, yeah, one inserter is plenty. This will be our steam input, which I'll need to fuel. Then these will have an output. That will come back in this direction. I will make myself... How many small parts do I have? All of them into belts, because I'm running out of belts. And then, Yeah, basically we'll never use a full assembler's worth of rubber stoppers. So that needs to come in there. You're making rubber stoppers. Coal will need to come in as well. Do we need a yellow inserter for coal here? No, we don't. Not at the scale we're operating on. Okay. That'll be coal coming in. And I'll definitely have to move some of these belts around if I need to scale production here, but that's okay. As long as all the buildings are out of the way and I just have to shuffle some belts and pipes and add some undergrounds, that's fine. All right, so that's going to be our coal input. Comes up here to this assembler. And the other thing that it will need to fuel is steam production for this. And that can also be done. Yeah, we're gonna have to do one of those things. Let's get boilers. Let's get water. Let's move these over so that they're right up against the water. Save a pipe. All right, so each of these is going to have a couple of inputs. I should really template this or something. A couple of outputs. Ash. All right. And then over here, because I don't want to deal with ash, we won't. All right. So now I think once I get coal coming in, we're going to be good. Our first latex slab is coming off the production line. And I think we're still working off of a little bit of our backlog of rocks here, so things are moving faster than they will in real life. Yeah, we've got a backlog. Okay. Did I do my math wrong on these? 160 seconds crafting time. Oh, and your crafting speed is 0.5 even. Yeah. We should be okay. All right, I do need more belts. That's the big one. Is that all that I need? Before I turn all my resources into belts while I'm thinking. Before I go back to base, I want to make sure that I know what I need. I think I do. I think we're going to get latex slabs coming right out here. Or stoppers, rather. You're going to be an ash outserter. You're going to be my rubber stoppers. And then belt comes out like that. Got to figure out kind of where to run it. I guess since we've got this space here that we're already using to run things, let's run it through that space, right? So let's do like a underground here. Pull this. Like that. Oh, that needs to be a little bit lower, actually. More like here. And then that'll pull through to across here. And then pretty much right over to where we already have the tin zinc belt. And we can just go right along the tin zinc belt and right in. Perfect. That is pretty much exactly what I wanted to see. We're going to need a few hundred more belts, but that's just Pyanodons. All right. Then the other thing we're going to need is our coal input. That's going to have to come down here to where we've got coal happening. Yeah, like right here. We'll have to split it off right here, which I don't love, but yeah, that'll work. Okay. Where's my car? Oh, it's down there. Okay, well, I may as well run as much of the coal line as I can in that case. Well, since I'm walking down here anyway, I'm just running the ghost belt just so I can make sure it all looks good. Clear stuff out of the way. Whoops. That's bad. And then when I come back up with the car and a few hundred belts, I'll be able to just fill this in right away. All right, now, how do I want to do it from this side is the question. I don't really have space here. Well, yeah, I don't really have space here to run a belt. Under? Or do I? If I do this... and I'm out of undergrounds, but... oh no, I have 3, okay. If I do this sort of thing... zigzag a little bit around some stuff. But, yeah, that works. Am I happy with it? No, but it works. Okay, so that's that particular bit of spaghetti there. Where am I parked? Down by wood. Okay. Let's go back to base. Let's grab a few hundred belts. I might even grab prerequisites for belts and craft a few hundred belts too, just because I don't think, even with my full chest of like 500 belts, I don't know if I'm going to have enough. It's right in front of me. Am I that blind? I am that blind. I thought it was a rock. All right. Back to base we go. I actually should have gone in this way. Let's see where this takes me. Can I sneak in through here and get where I want to be? I can. Look at that. All right. Yeah, 500 belts, probably not enough. Let's grab some more of these, because I'm going to need them. Grab some small parts, and just like... go wild. Alright, out of iron plates. Cool. That still might not be enough belts, but it's a start. Oh, I need to put, let's see, how many radars do I have in my inventory at the moment? 9. Plenty. Let's head back on over to... I guess coal. Ooh, that's bad. Ah! I was just trying to sneak through here. Okay. Head back on over to coal here, and I should be able to send... well, I'm going to have to park here again, which is unfortunate. But I should be able to, with my 900 belts or whatever, just start sending it. All right, here we go. So this is stone coming in. No, this is coal coming in. We already wired in stone. All right, that's coal. Now let's get... ooh, cancel those. I'm going to be 1 underground short. That sucks. Oh, probably more than just 1. Keep pulling this belt. We're gonna hit some trees here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Only a few trees, I think. And then we're gonna end up any second now. There we go. That's where we want to be. All right. Hopefully I just cleared that whole path, and this will just pull right through. Not quite. But close. Man. What idiot laid all this stone but didn't clear the trees out of the way? It's me. I'm the idiot. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna want to do here as I pull this through is actually move some stuff around. I put this up here and I changed my mind. What I'm gonna do instead is this. I'm gonna bring it down here. Gonna bring fuel down here as well. And that way, this is just a little bit. Of course, it's not. Well, and I managed to mess that up and put fuel in it anyway, so yeah. Let's see. I need to put this over one more. All right. And then these all go over. Aim at the point, just do that. Okay. And then here we have our belt. It's gonna need to do one underground there, but then I can scale this a little more easily. And this is our belt of course. You know what? We don't need to scale it this much. I don't care. We're just gonna, like, plug it in here. Good enough. Okay. And then glassware is taking in 0.1 per second. So yeah, it only needs one inserter. And making 0.063, which is also one outserter. Okay. And then this will come down here into our lab. All right. That's glassware. Very nearly. I'm missing a couple of undergrounds, and that's pretty much it. So the other thing to work on then is basic substrate, which is going to need cellulose, incubated petri dishes, and moss. These are all things that I can produce in reasonable quantities, so I'm not too concerned. Let's see here. Grab a few hundred more plates, because I always need them. Well, we're making cellulose here. How much glassware can we make? 0.06125. And we need 6 times as much as we need glassware. All right. .0625 times 6. Okay. So we need to make 0.375, which is 3/8 of a basic substrate per second. Let's just go right in here and add it. Ooh. 0.375. Okay, what we'll have here. Okay. So that's going to need actually quite a bit of cellulose. Moss is relatively cheap, though. If I set up the modules. Moss. This should be able to... Let's see, with 15... Yeah, using the good recipe, we can get it in under 1. And then petri dishes. We need 2 microorganism mines. All right. And then to make enough agar... That's fine. And in the seaweed facility... Oops. Nope. Wrong recipe. For seaweed... The question is, how many... seaweed facilities do we need? 2 seaweed facilities. Okay, so if we just increase our seaweed production up top there, we should be fine. At making agar and our petri dishes. We just need to make 2 more of these. Then we're going to need 2 microorganism mines, a moss doodah. We're going to need 2 high-pressure furnaces worth of cellulose, and the other input there is limestone. I think this is probably only 1, though. Nope, 2 of those. Okay. All right. This is it. So, high pressure furnaces. What do I need? I need copper plates. Okay. 2 high pressure furnaces. 2 soil extractors. I need a 3rd high pressure furnace. I need 2 seaweed facilities. I need 2 microorganism mines. And I need 1 moss. Okay. I need more tin for another seaweed facility. I need you to not be making heaps of small parts. Need more stone. Always need more stone. Another microorganism mine. Okay, so I need the tin for another seaweed crop facility. Realistically, I probably don't, because I don't think I'm consuming my petri dishes up here fast enough. But yeah. Let's see how we do with just one, and then if I need to build another one, I can. Modules. All right. So here, we're going to need to fork, and with our 2 microorganism... Oh, these are small. Or at least small for Pyanodon's buildings, anyway. Let's just run this in. Each of these is taking in, 0.08. No worries about... Excuse me. No worries about needing bigger inserters here. All right. And then we have to get it out. Let's see. We come out here. Trying to do this thing. Whoops. Wrong button. This should actually be able to, like, zigzag its way all the way through. Well, not all the way, but parts of the way through. Because, yeah, this is our Petri dish input. And this is our inoculated Petri dish output. And I'm out of doodahs. Okay. But we actually... What am I doing here? What do we do with these inoculated Petri dishes? They need to go into an assembly machine. Okay. They just need to go into an assembler with the moss and the cellulose. Okay. And that needs coal for fuel. So yeah, I think pulling it down here where I can grab fuel coal off of belts here pretty easily is reasonable. Okay. Let's go grab some heaps more belts. Okay. This needs to end up like here. All right. So that's going to come through there. Here, we're going to need coal. Okay, right there. We already have it split. So we've got coal coming in one side. We've got our... what's it called? Coming in the other. That'll come on over here. May as well just do direct insertion here. Ash. Input there. And then I'm going to need moss and cellulose. Okay. And those will come in on another belt. Because I think they are each also just like a fraction of a inserter. Yeah. All right. So, up next, moss. I'm not going to use the recipe with stone, actually. I'm going to use the other recipe. Easier, and I'm lazy. So we're going to need 3 moss farms. That's fine. What do we need for those? 2 more of those. Soil and inductors. Okay. And I guess I'm also going to need 1 more soil extractor and 1 more washer. Both of which are also making inductors. Stop. Soil extractor, washer. Moss farms need soil, that's fine. All right, we've got water right here, which is excellent. So we can go ahead and just drop in our... oh, do we have CO2 near here? That's a question. It's not hard to get, not hard to make. It's just a matter of where's the nearest oak belt. Yeah, I might just make CO2 right here and pipe it up instead of belting. Yeah, let's do that. All right, shitty moss recipe. Okay. And then we're going to have our washer, like, here. Making muddy sludge. With an input of water. Perfect. Well, almost perfect. All right. And then the other thing this is going to need is the soil extractor. Like so. Not even going to think about how many inserters I need there, because I don't care. I believe I've got a power line over here. I do. Perfect. I'll need moss modules for all of these. That's fine. All right. There's that. And then the last thing that we need is the cellulose. And that's 2 high-pressure furnaces from wood and limestone. I've currently got 1 cellulose furnace here. I wonder if it would behoove me to try to... Okay, we have water and we have space here. I could split wood here. And then kind of centralize cellulose. So get 3 furnaces going here off of however much limestone it takes for 3 furnaces. And then I can send it up here to... That's a weird little zigzag. What was I dodging? There was something here at one point, obviously. Send it here for this use, and also, you know, whatever I need to do to get it hopped along undergrounds here to get it out to here. I like that plan. Okay, so let's do that. Let's get like a nice big setup for cellulose going. Or not big, but, you know, a moderately sized setup for cellulose. All right. While that drains, we're going to come over here. We're just going to drop down. Whoops. 3 of these. Inputs are just wood and limestone. All right. Output is cellulose. All right. So what are we... We have 11 items in 10 seconds. So that's like 3 gray inserters. And then our output is 1 item in 10 seconds. And yeah, that's 1 inserter is fine. Okay. So how much limestone do we need in 10 seconds? 12/10 of a limestone. That is annoying number. You make 2/5 of a limestone, which is 4/10. So we need... Oh, is it exactly 1-to-1? That's weird. Okay. So we're going to need 3 of these to power 3 of those. And I might just put them right there. All right. So that's limestone. Gonna come in there. Wood will come in here. Let's see. How do I want to... Something like that. And that just leaves power. Figure out. All right. And then output like so. Again, need power. I'm gonna run this up higher than we strictly need to. Just so it's easier to merge in. Of course, as always, I managed to get my power poles. Okay. So that is cellulose. Now, let's get it cleaned up a little bit here. And then we'll need to split it, which means this underground is actually going to get shortened. Make a few more splitters. Let's see, we need to come down to like here. And then how do we do here? Like... All right. Oh, whoops, that's all the wrong way. All right, that's cellulose. So what is left? These need moss modules, of course. This has petri dishes. They're backing up. That's fine. This does not yet have stoppers because we're missing a couple of undergrounds. I think that's pretty much it, right? This has plenty of liquid glass. Yeah, I think it's go back along this belt, figure out where we've got breaks. Once we get these stoppers moving all the way through, I just need to grab moss to fill up those moss doodly-doos, and then we will have Pi Science 1 turned on. Which is pretty excellent. I'm very excited. I was expecting this to actually take quite a bit longer today than it has. Let's see, you're a ghost. You're a ghost. Hmm. I do see a distinct lack of coal, which I thought I connected. Oh, I've got one ghost down here. Oof. All right. Let's get a couple of radars in place here. This is a pretty big area, so whoops, that's not a radar. Radar. We'll put one over here. We'll put one way down here. And we might need one up here. I'll put it up here, just in case. All right, now we've got coverage up here. Looking good. Looking good. Let's grab the moss that we need for moss modules. Each of these needs 15, and I have... How many moss farms over here? 3, so I need 45 moss. 46 moss, okay. And now let's grab our car. Let's fix that gap in the belt, and at least if we have to be running around to fix any other small issues, we'll have our car again. Oh boy. Can't believe I missed one of these when I came down here and did this. All right. So that's going to take a minute to flow through. Up at this side. Oh, this won't work until we populate moss. Right. But this has everything else it needs. Looks like I can probably... Yeah, I can clean up this belt at this point. It's totally empty. Good to know. Good to know. And then... Yeah, we're basically just waiting for this slug of coal to make it all the way up here. But when it does, magic is going to happen. All right. Well, I guess since I have the car and I can now get to wherever I need to go to fix bugs, I'm going to head back to main base. I'm going to repair the car. We're going to head back to the main base. We're going to get the modules put into the moss farms, and we're going to get the science output itself actually plugged on. So that... Oh, and I need to pick my research. So that when those first precious new sciences come through, they'll be good for something. All right. First thing, moss modules. Second thing, science output. Yeah, we can go up and over this. Save some resources. Straight through here. Hang right. Out of belts. Speaking of belts. Oh, coming in. Item ingredient shortage. What are we missing? Oh, we're missing cages. Because output is full up here. Because Coke's not making it in, or because coal's not making it in. And these inserters are filtered wrong. Oh, no, 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 no. Well, that's going to be fun to go fix. And I'm going to have to go fix it quickly. But first things first, let's finish getting this science zigzagged down here. And then we can go fix. Ah, wrong buttons. There we go. All right. Squeezing as many belts through here as we possibly can. Oops. What is this? That's just a chest of garbage. Okay. Let us create a new chest of different garbage. So I have space to pick up this chest of garbage. Okay. Okay. That should be science hooked up for when it's working. We should now have moss running up here. Maybe. What are we missing? We're missing everything. Why aren't you running? No water? What? No water. Oh, because this is saline water, not actual water. Lovely. Where do I have actual water? Well, I mean, right up above me. I just have to pump it down. Okay. Glad I caught that. Let's make ourselves another offshore pump. All right. And I do still need to put CO2 into this as well, which I almost forgot about. That's another high pressure furnace, which I need stone bricks for, but I'm going down there anyway. Let's see. I think we've got space like right here for a high pressure furnace to run off of this coke belt and just make some spare CO2. They're big, but they're not huge. Yeah. Put it like... I never remember how many inputs these need for doing what they do, so that's fine. CO2. Okay. This should be able to go pretty much right alongside, well, pretty much right alongside the saline water all the way up, I think. Ooh, maybe not. Yeah, there we go. All right. Moss is going. Let's go back over and fix the mess with the coal being used wrong. But even with the coal being used wrong, you're missing outputs from this. Oh, because I didn't get the steam hooked up all the way. Okay. Yep. Always debugging. Oops. Okay, so first things first, filter these outserters, because, well, many reasons. How many stacks of coal do we have in here? Lots. I am going to choose to worry about those stacks of coal another day and just leave them in these chests. The other thing we need is steam here. So this should now be making the latex slabs. Basic substrate done. Rubber stoppers coming off the line. All right. Makes me happy. I mean, obviously it's slow, but... Okay, we have a caged frock there. We have a cage in here. Where are all my cages? Did I only make like 3 or 4 of them? This is a problem too. Backing up on all these empty... How do I... Yeah. Don't care. I'm surprised we're backed up on rocks here. I think it's just that this hasn't worked its way through its backlog of everything yet. What do you mean you don't have fuel? Oh, because I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay. Now it should be working. Maybe. I see the occasional rubber stopper making its way down this path. They probably haven't made him over here yet, though. All right. Well, that bottleneck is waiting for latex slabs. This bottleneck is just itself, right? It's just as fast as this thing can process its processing. Yafsi says I only need one of those, and it's probably correct. I think we're just backed up on everything right now. But in theory, this can process faster than the rest of the system can produce once all of our backlogs are cleared. So if this thing's running at full bore, we're actually working ahead of our normal pace here. Okay. Where's the car? Let's head back to base. See if we can, how do I get out of here? Through there. There we go. And then I want to cut south. Because where that belt goes through, there really isn't driving space. All right. If I hang out here, in theory, we'll get stoppers any minute now. They're definitely going into this underground, and I don't think there's a there's a break in my belt. There's at least potentially 2 breaks in my belt. Okay, that's annoying. I'll have to go fix that. And also, I need to pick my first research. What is the first thing that I want High Science 1 to go to? And I think the answer... I mean, there's a lot of things that I want it to go to, actually. I think we start with... Do we start with electric mining, or do we start with burners? Because burners are great for getting rid of our... various byproducts. Finally being able to get rid of solid waste is nice. Warehousing is nice, but I think both of those are bigger, longer-term logistical things. I think I want to start with electric mining drills. Oh, and that gives me geothermal power, which is huge. So yeah, let's get this stuff and get into geothermal power. I think that is the way. Hot air, and hot air gives me better glassware recipes. And then geothermal power. After that, steel furnaces. Ooh, they need refined concrete, which, like, fine, I'll learn how to make them. Yeah, steel furnaces. And those are going to be the big things to start clearing up some of my sprawl. We've got lead processing, nickel processing, tin processing, quartz processing. This lets me crush quartz to improve my yields. But honestly, I'm barely using any right now. Warehousing will be important. Electric energy distribution would be nice. That's, oof. There's a lot to do for that one. Chromium. Chromium. Yep. Chromium. Chromium, aluminum, and oh, it's not that many resources to build them once we get all of the intermediates figured out. All right, so yeah, that's probably what we should push towards. It'd be nice to have medium power poles. But I think this early stuff is also pretty good choices, right? Unlocks the secondary crusher, which gives me crushed coal. Yeah, we'll do that one. All right, that's a good science cue. Let's go figure out where the brakes in the belt are. Just gonna have to, let's see, let's look at the map here. Oh, I might have missed one here already. Is that true, or is that just the way the map draws stuff above it? I don't think there's actually a gap here. Okay, I think that's just the way the map draws trees. Yeah, no gaps there. But over here, I think there must be a blockage. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just slow. All right. Oh, nope, there is one. Haha. Right here somewhere. There you are. All right. So, research chosen. Science coming in. If we need to increase our glass processing, we have plenty of space to do so. Yeah, I think we're just waiting for these stoppers to make their way through now that I caught that break in the belt. Let's see, over here, is everything behaving? It is indeed, it is indeed. I think in theory we should be seeing this queue get shorter as we work through the backlog. I think this is the main backlog bit. As well, of course, as formic acid. Looks like we are slowly also working our way through the backlog of rocks. Actually, those are what should be the limiting factor. This should fill up eventually with the sodium alkanate. Yeah, as we get closer to working through this backlog. That's all looking good. Working. Output full. Yeah. That's fine. I should build a 5th one of these. Everything is sized to allow it. I just haven't built it yet. Oh, see stoppers. Are those the first ones? No. Some down here. Some down here. There we go. I don't want to miss any milestones pop-ups here as we get into this. I could be working on other things and starting base cleanups, and there's a lot that I could be doing right now, but it's Pi Science 1. I gotta babysit it all the way through, make sure it's all working. This is important. All right. Stoppers coming in. 2, 3, 4. Glassware. One, 2, 3. Fluid ingredient shortage. Glass. Are we short on glass? Just like everywhere? We are. Okay, I gotta make more glass inputs then. Oh. Ah! Alright, hopefully I got a screenshot of that. Okay, I need more glass. That's easy enough to fix. So it's like, these should be running full tilt, right? Oh, is one inserter just not enough for these? How much do you need? 6? Yeah, you might even need 3 inserters. Nope, there we go. We're keeping up now. We'll see if that's enough to keep up with our glass demand. It's probably not. Yeah, fluid ingredient shortage. Okay. So, let's grow this whole setup a little bit. Let's just double everything. Six, 18 over 5, and we make 4. Mining speed 2 a second, so that's 4 a second. Each of these uses 1.2, so this should be 3.6 a second. But obviously my math is flawed, because we're not keeping up here. How? How have I achieved this? Let's see. Where's... Okay. Rate is 120. Fine. These... Inputs 216. Yeah, 3.6. Oh, low power. Well, that'll do it. Cool. Well, put that on the to-do list. Okay. Especially if I want to start switching to electric mining drills, I'm going to need a lot of power. Okay, so adding more quartz miners isn't going to help me right now. Everything's backed up. Yeah, crystal mine. Mine's 2 a second. When I look at this, it says our grand total is 2 a second, not 4 a second. So now I'm confused. But, okay. So I need 2 more crystal mines and the power to power them. 2 more crystal mines is easy. I'll worry about the power later. It's fine. It's fine. Let's see, down here, it looks like we're able to keep 2, maybe 3 of these labs running with our current capacity. That's not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Oh, and we're under now. Yeah, we're right on the edge. As stuff backs up or doesn't back up, we're gonna see our power fluctuate a little bit, I think. I can turn off some of this stuff. Actually, I should turn off all of this stuff. That's the main input to this whole setup, right? Because without those, we're not making those. Without those, we're not making those. Yeah, because I have dozens of these things now that I'm probably not going to use for a while. The Earth DNA samples. And that should help with power a little bit as those kind of drain their inputs and turn themselves off. Yeah, you're off now. You're off now. You're not powered anyway. All of these should be idle. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. It looks like, yeah, we don't need that third thing up here because the only other consumer of Petri dishes is this, and it's not doing anything right now. If I had other stuff going on, we might need it, but for now we don't. All right. I think other than power being right on the edge of viable, this is working. We are successfully making Pi Science 1. There definitely will be bottlenecks. And you know, they come through in clusters. I think the recipe is in 3. Yeah. 3 glassware, 3 Pi Science 1. That's all fine down there. That looks great. More than enough cellulose coming through. Is our glass screwed? No. We still need more glass. Okay. So, if I were to take like 1, 2, 3 of these. Let's actually, can we make 3 of them? Yeah, we can. There we go. All right. And then we need another stack of crystal mines, which needs iron plates. I was really not expecting glass to be our big bottleneck, but apparently it is. What? The what? The how? Oh my goodness gracious me. You're backed up, right? Yep. Okay. This needs to be done better. Okay. So you come in, input priority right. Okay. That way this never backs up and these can always run. Okay. Sheesh. Okay, so I did not get enough iron from that because it hasn't been running for who knows how long. I guess that explains why my ash is all backed up. Ooh, nope. Stop. Okay. What do we need? We need inductors. We always need inductors. Okay. We're also going to need small parts and pipes, apparently. Small parts and pipes. Actually, let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is actually enough if I were to merge the belts between the two sort of halves. But that's work, and I don't want to. Yeah, we're still running low on glass pretty much all the time. All right. So let's get an input belt here. And our 4 crystal mines can just go like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. There we go. Let's double our potential glass production and see if this is good enough to get things moving here. feel like I should add a tank of some sort too, just so we have a little bit of a buffer. Wow. Our glass consumption is huge. Let's see. Yeah, we need 3 molten glass a second just for this to work. And we're producing 2, 4, 12 a second. I think the problem is that these can potentially consume a lot of glass, and they're not backed up yet. Does this include... let's see, incubated petri dishes, empty petri dish. All right. So yeah, our whole science with nothing else requires 7 molten glass a second, which is basically 4 of these just for science. And that includes petri dishes and glassware down there. This will happily just suck up whatever glass I give it, is part of the problem. This will use... What is 50 divided by 3? 20? No. 17? 17 glass a second, all on its own. As long as it's not backed up. But it will back up. It is backing up. And I think once this glass backs up, and we're kind of caught back up on the things that are consuming it, we're going to be fine. Did I break this? This should be getting steel and... Oh no, I didn't break it. It should be just steel. This has the other pieces on it. It's just that I accidentally put a few on here when I wasn't looking or when I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think glass is going to back up and then we'll be fine. This belt just needs to fill. I could build more. The other thing that I could potentially do, if I really felt like it, would be like this. There we go. Petri dishes also, though, will consume as much glass as we give them until they back up, so I'm not sure if this is actually helpful. I think we just have to wait for everything to sort of stabilize. I think that's the better way to do it. Completed electric mining drill. Yay. Yeah, this is just going to back up and then... The problem is these long belts that act as buffers, right? It's really tempting to build more glass. I don't know if it's helpful, but it'll make me feel better. Two, three, four, five. For 4.8 consumption, that should be fine. Let's see. All of these are going to be in the wrong place now. Five of those is 1.2. Yeah, so 5 of these is 6 of these. All right. Those should be perfectly balanced. We've got 3 down here. Three, 2, 4, 6, 8 times 2. That's 16 glass a second. Yeah. I can do that. That might or might not help it back up sooner. Here, let's clear some of my inventory in general. Where can I just, like, throw stuff? Like, do I have any stoppers? I don't think so. Do I have seaweed? That goes way up there. Because I think going this way, nothing should be consuming glass actively right now. We're just waiting for this belt to fill up. Right? Because down here, the only glass consumption is for electronic components, and that's fully backed up. Oh, it's not. Okay, we do have a little bit of glass consumption then. My bad. But not a ton. And then the path up north is definitely turned off. I'm pretty sure I unplugged the inserter that the glass is attached to. I didn't, but that's okay. I had unplugged its other inputs. Iron. Yeah. There we go. Now it's definitely unplugged. So, yeah, this is backing up. It's just going to take time. And then once that backs up, the Petri dishes should get made faster, and they should hopefully eventually back up. What'll happen is either the Petri dishes will get made faster and they'll back up, or this will run out of rubber stoppers and it will back up. Either way, we'll be good. And the glass will get, directed to the other path. And then once that happens, I think we're going to be in a much better place. Because, yeah, this will use 50 thirds. This uses 100 thirds. So 150 thirds, which is 50. I've got 16. But, of course, that's just when they're running at full tilt, right? And you can see already, I think this is going through stoppers faster than they're arriving. So I think we're okay. I don't think molten glass is going to be our bottleneck for much longer, if it is at all currently. I think the stoppers are going to be the bottleneck, which is what we expect. We sized all of this based off of how many rock paddocks we had over here, right? Doubling this to 10 is feasible if we want science to come faster. Going much beyond that, I think, is getting silly. This moss and this can handle 10. Each of these can handle 5, so I'd basically just need another one of these. Another one of these reproductive complexes. And then that would get me up to 10 here. I think I'd have to increase the scale of some of our output processing, some of these machines. But anything beyond 10, I don't want to do. I think that's just too much. Okay. Everything. We got more science coming through. That's looking good, looking good, looking good. All right. I think I'm going to stop just kind of staring at this. I need to decide what my next steps are, what needs to get fixed, what I want to be pushing towards. Obviously, we now have electric mining drills researched, so switching over to those would be nice. But our power grid is, well, it was right on the edge. Now not so much. Something turned off, I guess. Something's backed up, but it's if something turns back on, it'll be a problem. So we need to keep an eye on power as we go. Ooh. Fuel shortage. That's cool. That's bad, but it's cool. Let's go check out what's going on down here. I mean, I assume if I check this tank, it's going to look sad. Yep. Why? We're pushing you through. Fluid ingredient shortage. Steam. Is it our steam here? I thought I sized this appropriately. Oh, our ash is backed up. Okay, I understand now. Yeah, this is the problem. Okay. Right now, this is set to priority input from this side, which is, oh yeah, because that's the ash for the mining for our main base fuel. That's important. Yeah, this was backed up for so long. And we've got science running again. I suspect the ash handling down there is just... This is just insufficient, right? Is really the situation. You know, I can set up another one of these to make sure that we can handle the full belt, but the fact that this is basically a full belt coming through at this point is the problem. But I think it also depends on how long things have been blocked up and messed up. Like, I think some of these machines are just emptying big old stacks of ash out of themselves still. And when we try to fix some of that... All right. Let's see if things, now that I'm carrying 1,300 ash, this should be a lot less coming through here. And then there should be space for the ash from these, well... I say there should be space for the ash. But we've got all this too. I'm just going to grab a few thousand ash to try to let systems drain as reasonably quickly as possible. All right. This is going to try real hard to let itself drain. Yeah, this is coming through now, at least a little bit. Importantly, did that fix our fuel issues? Not really. Still having rolling brownouts there. Yeah, our coal is fully backed up here. So we're not producing any light oil from this side at all, really. Which I guess means that I need to be trying to burn my coke more. Which is something that I never thought I would say. Yeah, so I need to figure out how to drain this coke more effectively. I probably don't need this input anymore. I can probably unplug that at this point. I don't think it's all that valuable anymore. So this splitter just needs to go away. I did that before I had these set up, making coke from pitch. So, and then, yeah, our lead production, I guess, is basically turned off. I could boost our titanium production and consume some acetylene. That would use some coke. But realistically, yeah, I mean, the backlog is draining. This ash system might catch up and might be okay at least. It's taking time, but it's trying. It's trying real hard. Yeah, we've even got gaps coming out of this belt now. Yeah, this is going to be no problem at all. Yeah, there's gaps on the belt going up now. Okay, so that's good. That's functional. We still have no light oil. So yeah, I guess I could fix that and my power problems in one fell swoop with a new power plant running off of coal up here somewhere, but that scares me. It really does. Running power off of coke. I guess I prioritize other things, right? I just like push the coke through to that power plant if it's not being used. And that way we'll be burning some coke and we'll be able to keep pulling the byproducts through. I mean, it's better than putting it in a burner, right? That's the real situation. Okay. I'm going to add a note to this. More power again. Build as a secondary consumer of the Coke Classic output line to allow for that coal processing to unlock. Update. Okay. And the other question is, I think the way I'm doing coal processing over here, do I even generate light oil? No. We generate aromatics. And that's it. We're doing tar directly to aromatics. Okay. Cool. That is fine. Ooh, several of these are almost full, though. I'm going to have to think about warehousing that. Or doing something with it. Okay. So, yep. We've got coal going up here still. Awesome. Awesome. This is working. I know what I need to do next, which is just get these running again so I have more fuel for my glass. Which means consuming my coke, and I may as well just build a power plant out of it. So, copy and paste this power plant, put it right here, right off of this coke line, with a splitter that prioritizes whatever. Whatever's up here. Circuits, I guess. Doesn't really matter where I put it and where I put the splitter. This line is kind of a mess anyway. This ash separation, I should do something about the coal dust coming off of it so that it runs more consistently. Yeah, this is going to slowly fill up with coal dust again as well. Again, I could consume that with some extra power plants or something. I don't know. But right now, we're only using it to make steam for ceramics, and we're just not consuming enough of it. So this ash processing doesn't run, and already that's going to be a problem. So, because this is basically a belt of ash coming off of here that doesn't get processed properly. So we need to unblock that. And the other thing we need to do is figure out if we want to process the soot here or not. And if not, we should just burn it. Yeah. Lots to do, lots of little things to fix, but we've got 2 different colored science packs. Disco science, not quite looking disco yet, but we're very close. In between streaming sessions, I think I'm gonna spend some time in my car looking for a geothermal vent, because one, we're about to research geothermal power, but it's so much power. Do the math on this thing. The geothermal plant produces 60 I did the math on it. It's a lot. This 500 degree steam is also much more efficient with the let's see, actually, if I go into FNEI, new thingy, add recipe, I want 500 degrees steam. Show everything. Oh, wait, no. That was already set to show everything. Okay. There should be a, like, 500 degree steam from... Need a heat exchanger. This one. Okay. And then the geothermal water. Come from a geothermal fissure. If I say compute by factory 1. There we go. That brings up 125 steam at 500 degrees. I don't know if I can actually turn this into power in Helmod or not, or if I have to do the math myself. I think I have to do the math myself. But 125... 500 degree steam in one of these. Is, where did I put my phone down so I have a calculator? Darn it, I don't know. We'll call it 8. It's more than that, but 8 would be 120. So we're going to run 8 of these, each outputting 7.3 megawatts. So that's like 50 or 60 megawatts or something like that, if I'm doing my math right. It's huge. So definitely getting that done is going to be important. But I'll do the exploring for that off camera, because nobody just wants to see me driving in giant circles trying to get geothermal power figured out, finding a geothermal fissure for it, etc. All right, well, I'm gonna call it here. We've got science rolling. We're moving towards, what was I moving towards? I don't even remember. It was something important. Was it automation 2, or was it something else? Was it trains? No. It was... Well, I've already forgotten. But it doesn't matter. We'll figure out what we need to push towards. It was after crushers. It was something that needed crushers, which needed rock. No. Titanium to nexolite to intermetallics. Oh, I wanted to work towards power poles. That was it. Okay. I remember things now. So we're gonna need nickel and lead processing as well. And then titanium processing stage 1. Yeah, bunch of stuff to get to power poles. But we'll push towards that. Next episode, hopefully we'll have geothermal set up. And we can start looking at kind of some of these more advanced processing chains for existing materials. And potentially getting, we're going to have antimony processing to set up. We're going to have Nexalit to set up. We're going to want to improve our titanium because we're going to start actually using it, I'm sure. So, lots to do. All right. Thank you. Oh. Sorry, Tisat, I just saw you were here. What were you asking about? I've been kind of rambling to myself for a minute, trying to figure out my next steps. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, there's a lot to figure out post Pi Science 1. I'm trying to figure out what my priorities are. Medium power poles are a nice kind of easy target, which is why I'm like, maybe I should just aim for medium power poles. Where am I? Oh, that's intermetallics too. That's not where I want to be. Because they're not too far down and they require a bunch of these in-between steps that I can get working for power poles before I end up needing them at larger scale for other things like trains. The other thing, do I get circuits yet? Ooh, they are. Okay, but they're further down. We're doing pretty much everything we need for power poles already before we can get towards circuits. Circuit network would be really nice, just because I have a bunch of stuff that is running on various overflow and underflow valves, and if I can start using circuits to turn things on and off conditionally, we're going to waste a lot fewer raw materials for systems that have like multiple consumers, right? We want to be able to say, like, if any consumer needs it, run the system and void whatever isn't in use. But right now, I've got systems that are just going to run and they'll void everything if there's no active consumers, and that's silly. But yeah, circuits is way down there, and there's oil industry and rubber and batteries and all sorts of stuff before that. But yeah, things are looking good. I need to take a break. I've been at this for almost 3 hours now. So thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Like I said, I'm gonna do geothermal off stream just because it requires a lot of driving around to find the geothermal fissure on the map. And then we'll come in and whatever our next steps need to be to keep things moving and grooving here. I will need to figure out this situation because our liquid fuel is not keeping up now. That's a problem for tomorrow, though. All right. Ta-ta for now. Thanks again. Bye, everybody.